Okay, so we are here with Jared from Toronto and his mom, and he's just going to give us an idea about his experience here at the Neurologic Wellness Institute.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting run. Everyone here is really nice. There's so much stuff to really take in when you first come here, but the treatment overall is fantastic. And it really helps. It also really helps show you how many other people have similar or the same issues to you, because when you're stuck in this position, it's really hard to tell just how many people are stuck in the same boat. But no, this clinic's fantastic. It's really helped me get back on my feet. I have more energy now. A lot of my symptoms have dissipated. I feel pretty good overall.
Good. So tell us a little bit about what brought you in the first place.
Okay, so back on July 17th, I had this episode that followed a bunch of like fatigue and other weird symptoms a couple months prior, where my heart rate had jumped up a lot, and I lost feeling in my limbs, and all this weird stuff was going on, and we couldn't figure out what the issue was. So we went to the ER a bunch of times, we saw a bunch of different doctors, and nobody could tell me. After a bunch of tests, I had so many blood tests, I had scans done, so many different things, and nobody could figure out what the problem was. So eventually we were doing research online, and we stumbled across some videos from this clinic about POTS and dysautonomia, and we continued some research, and we figured out that I have a lot of what is described, and that there appears to be a potential route to cure. So we looked into it, set up a GoFundMe so we could afford, and drove down here, and now we're here.
Awesome. And you're finishing up your week, correct, here?
It's a week and a half.
A week and a half.
Yeah.
Good. So you've seen good changes over those 12 days.
Great changes, yeah.
Awesome.
He was essentially bedridden for 8 months. There were days he could get out of bed and walk to the washroom on his own and come back, and there were other days where he would go and he would drop to the floor, and then he'd be in bed for 2 or 3 days. So he hasn't been to school since last June. It's now March. He hasn't been able to hang out with friends, even when friends would come to visit. After 5 minutes of talking, his heart rate would spike, his limbs would tingle. He hasn't been able to sing and play the guitar. His whole life was just, he couldn't do much of anything. He couldn't eat. He lost a lot of weight, lost a lot of muscle mass, was very weak, blurry thinking, even to do classes online. He couldn't do much of anything.
Sure.
And all of that's changed just being here.
Yeah.
Good. So how do you think your experience here is different from your experience in the past as far as treatment goes?
Well, first of all, there is treatment here.
There was no treatment. Drink more water, more salt, more sodium.
Yeah, beforehand it was more of a, hey, this is a new thing, we don't know what this is, the best solution we have for you right now is drink a lot of water and eat salt and hope you feel better. And I'm like, well, that's not going to help. That's literally doing nothing. The salt makes me feel terrible, and drinking 3 or 4 liters a day is pretty much unrealistic. There's no way you're going to lug around that much water or consume that much water over the course of the day. So coming here, there's actually there's a whole lot. Is instead of giving you that small dietary tip that they give you with drink more salt and water, there's actually treatments to help with fixing your nervous system, to help sew up those areas of issue inside your brain, to remove the symptoms, to make you feel better. An actual treatment, as opposed to just do this and we hope you feel better.
Perfect. Anything else that you'd like to say?
No.
Okay. What do you know?
I just want to say, for people in the same situation, there's hope.
Good.
There's nothing more heartbreaking than having a doctor tell you there's nothing they can do for your child. So there is hope. There are treatments out there if you can find them. That's the thing. Right?
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you guys so much. That was perfect.
Sorry, I get emotional.
Oh my gosh. No.